Hey, welcome back, Alpha Nuts. So I've been waiting a very long time for these to come back into stock. You know, several months, maybe even like 10 months or something. Now I know they did come back in stock very briefly and I missed it. So a few months ago I actually placed an order for a few of these guys and was waiting for them to come back in stock, and it's just taking a really long time for Alpha to really put these things out. Now what is it, you ask? Well, you clicked on the video, so you should know what it is. It's the timing belt kit for the 4C. And it comes as a complete kit in this box here, which I think is really nice. They don't make you buy it piecemeal. That's pretty cool. And you can check out the part number right here. And of course it says genuine parts and accessories. And it says made in Italy, which is kind of interesting, which we'll see in a minute that they slap made in Italy on here. But what's funny about this is that I've been waiting so long for these to come back into stock that I ended up ordering some aftermarket ones. Now here's the really funny part about this. The same day that I got the aftermarket timing belt kit in the mail, I got confirmation that these were being shipped. Isn't that just ridiculous? But it actually gives us a good opportunity to compare the two and see what's similar, what's different. And you know, Gates actually makes a lot of timing belt kits for a lot of different manufacturers. I'm kind of curious if they're the ones actually making it for Alpha. You know, I don't really know. It's not like Alpha is making the belts themselves. They're buying that from somewhere, right? If you know who the OE supplier is for these kits, please let us know in the comments below. I'd really like to know. But let's set this aside for the minute and take a look at what's in the box. So right off the bat, this is the actual belt. You can see the part number for the belt here, and it's made in the United Kingdom. That's kind of interesting. What belt manufacturers are in the United Kingdom? And of course we have the great Mopar logo all over everything, which is always very amusing. Up next, I believe this is the water pump. It's kind of smooshed in here, but you can see the part number here. And this is made in Italy. Up next, this is going to be one of the pulleys. I'm not sure which one. We can open it in a minute. Part number and made in Francais. Kind of interesting, huh? And this last one is probably the belt tensioner. Like again, I'll open this in a minute, but yeah, I'm pretty sure you can see the part number here. And this is made in Canada. So out of the 4 parts of the kit, the only thing that's actually made in Italy is the water pump. So it's really kind of funny that they say made in Italy in the box for the whole kit. I guess they grab all the parts and throw them in this box in Italy, huh? But let's get these things open and take a look. Oh, very cool. So the timing belt itself says Mopar on it. We've got some other numbers on here. I wonder if these are OE manufacturer numbers. So I do believe these letters and numbers right here are telling us what the belt is actually made out of. I believe this is a rubber specification, and this is like a plastic specification, I believe. I don't know. If you know for sure, let me know in the comments below. I'm sure everyone would like to know. But let's keep moving on. Now, like I said, I think this is the water pump, so let's take a look at it. It's also the only thing that doesn't come in a Mopar box. Isn't that kind of funny? Because it's the only one actually made in Italy. Yep, that's the water pump. And of course it sits inside the engine like that. The belt rides on it like this. I think there's supposed to be a gasket with that. Or is it just the little O-ring here? Interesting. Moving on to the idler pulley, I think. Yep, this is a little idler pulley. Well, it might be made in France, but as you can see, the bearing in here is made in China. I bet you this little plastic doohickey is made in China too. I guess they just squeeze this thing together in France. It's kind of interesting. If you guys know who the OE manufacturer for this guy is in France, I mean, that's kind of interesting. Should it rattle like that? Like the brand new little idler pulley has play in it. That's funny. And this, I'm pretty sure, is the tensioner. Yeah, here we go. Comes with a little foam thingy. Oh, pretty blue seal on there. Oh, that's nice. This bearing is made in Korea. It's a nicely machined part. Looks nice and snazzy, doesn't it? No play in that. All right, good job, Canada. It has made in Canada written right there. It's got some sort of part number right there. I don't know if you guys can see that. All right. Well, let's get this Gates kit open and see how it is. We're gonna take a look at the box first. It's the Power Grip Kit. Gates.com/Europe. This side up. And of course, they like to say they're a global OE supplier. Of course, they don't tell you who they're an OE supplier for. Here's their Luxembourg address. Here you can see the part number for the kit. This is kind of funny. It's got like some sort of lock code. I don't know what that's for. But again, it's nice that Gates provides this as an all-in-one kit, so you don't have to go sourcing components individually. But let's get this thing open. All right, let's take a look at this guy right here. So let's compare the tensioners. I've got the Alfa tensioner in my left hand, the Gates tensioner in my right. The finish on the bracket's different. The bearing is different. The bearing on the Gates one says Littens. I don't know what a Littens is, but here's what's interesting. The Gates one also says Made in Canada. Made in Canada, just like the Alfa one. Kind of interesting. Now I'm guessing that's a part number of some sort. We have a bolt for some reason. I guess this is a bolt for the idler pulley. I don't know. Kind of neat. Let's take a look at the water pump. Pop it out of the package. Okay, again, Alfa part in my left hand, Gates part in my right. Very obviously, the finish is different on the two of them. The finish is different on the pulley as well. Oh, and the Alfa one has speed holes. Look at that. You know, we like the speed holes. Oh, hang on a second. This looks different. Like these two mounting holes look the same, but this Gates one has a couple of extra little B-bulbs on it. I wonder if that's going to be a problem. I might have to test fit this Gates one just to see if it actually works or not. And you see the Gates one is actually branded. You got a part number here too. And the Alfa one, it says FPT. I guess FPT is the manufacturer? I don't know. It's got some other numbers here. Hopefully you guys can see that. And a little QR code, very official. The casting on the impellers is definitely different. The Alfa one is much sharper. And this one is kind of a softer casting. It's kind of interesting. There's definitely a quality difference here between the Gates and the Alfa. Actually, hang on a second. This impeller is plastic and this one's aluminum. So yeah, duh, there's going to be a difference. This is either cast or sintered metal. I'm not really quite sure which. And this one's obviously plastic. I mean, you can hear it when I rub my finger across. So, interesting. Usually prefer metal parts, so I don't know. I wish there was a country of origin here on the Gates one, but there isn't. You can just barely see like some more numbers here in the center too. Don't know if that's going to show up on camera or not, but I don't know. Well, let's keep investigating. And here's the idler pulley. Alfa pulley in my left hand, Gates in my right. There's some very obvious differences here. The bearings on each are made in China. Different numbers on them and the different seal colors. And you can also see that the, I don't know what you want to call this part, completely different composition. This almost looks like it's sintered metal on the Alfa part. And on this one, it's machined. Possibly even stainless? Kind of interesting. It's also interesting that the Gates one has no play and the Alfa one has play. I can't believe that has play like that. I don't know. Do you guys think that's normal? No play in the Gates one. I don't know. You guys let me know what you think. Now we get to the belt itself. Let's flip this guy around. Gates Power Grip, made in the UK. Very interesting. Made in the UK, just like the Alfa belt is. Taking a look at the composition of the two belts, they look pretty similar. Yeah, I don't know. I'd be willing to bet that Gates actually makes the Alfa belt itself. But who really knows? If you know for sure, let me know in the comments below. Well, I don't really know what to make of the Gates kit. I mean, I guess it's fine. The thing that I find very strange is the water pump. It seems to be just different. Definitely gonna have to double check that this actually fits when I get around to installing the timing belt. And oh yeah, I guess I should point out, I'm going to be installing the timing belt on my 4C in the next few months or so. I've got this really sweet toolkit from Alpha Works in the UK, which I gotta give them mad props because When I ordered this thing, it only took like 3 days to get it to me, all the way from the UK. That is crazy fast, I think. And this is a very nice kit. Have a nice little, lockout tag. That's kind of cool. Have the instructions. Cool little thing that says made in Sheffield. You gotta love the Brits. Overall, this thing just looks really well made. Like Jamie, I'm impressed. This thing's cool. I can't wait to actually use it. And I'm thinking once I've used it and tried it out and made sure that everything is good, that I might actually rent this thing out. So let me know if you would be interested in renting the tool from me. I'll probably put it up on my website as a rental, bookatautowworks.com/shop. Not really sure how I'm gonna do that on my website just yet, but I'll figure it out. And the other tools I had to get was a ribby bit set, or a ribe bit set. I'm not really sure how you're supposed to pronounce this. But they look kind of like Torx, but they're not Torx. There's some of the bolts on the, I think on the cam box that require these things. And I just got these off of Amazon, so I'll drop an affiliate link down in the description below so you guys know where to pick these guys up. Pretty inexpensive. Well worth it. Well, I hope you guys found this informative. And of course, you know me, I bought extras of both the Alfa timing belt kit and the Gates kit, which I'm going to throw those up on my website as well. So definitely be sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss it whenever I post the video of actually doing the timing belt change myself. And if you need the kit, just go to bookautoworks.com/shop and you'll find the timing belt kits on there as well. Well, bye. Thanks for watching. See you next time.